Hello RPG makers, Companion Wolf here. In this video I'm taking a look at one of RPG Maker's new tools, MADO, which allows you to customize each of the windows' graphics quickly and easily from message window to battle windows. MADO, which I believe is window in Japanese, is a tool that allows you to customize the appearance of all the windows in your game. This is very useful if, like me, you are not a graphics designer but you want more dynamic content than simple default window skins. Something more suitable to the theme of your game anyway. So according to its store's blurb, you have 50 themes for the frame, corners and background patterns, which is a decent amount. However, you can also create your own and then add it to the library. I'll go into that a bit more. Now, I did notice a little typo or grammar error on here with that much choices. Maybe I'm just a stickler, but that just makes me want to get my wolfy claws out and scratch something. It should be with that many choices, or perhaps with that much choice. Preferably the latter because it flows more easily. Anyway, that aside, once you've purchased this tool from the Steam store, I'll put the link in the description. It'll appear as a DLC alongside anything else you've bought. Now, incidentally, the bundle for Sakan, which is the tileset editor, and MADO is currently on sale at the time of this video. I don't know when this sale ends, but you get 20% off for both of them, so that you can't go wrong. So in RPG Maker now, it will be under Tools and RPG Maker MV Tools. You can click on it and add it, and then when you click OK, it'll appear underneath in the Tools window builder, or this nice little icon will show up. So now let's have a look, and here it is. The first thing you need to do is to open the project. Now I have something on the desktop. And then which one? Testing my plugins, I think that was it. And here it is. You have a plethora of different layouts and themes with the backgrounds. And some of these are really cool. I don't really care for that one too much, but probably gonna create like a foresty floral. Incidentally, if you want, you can just click on the theme and it'll automatically create it. And then you have the categories here: standard, modern, pop, material, machine and other. And then depending on which one you want, you can choose. That's a nice royal looking one. Same way with the standard, nice wooden. So with the frames, you can go in there and you can change the frames to suit anything. That's quite nice. And it's the same way with the corners. You can change it. They have some really nice ones. That could be for some kind of sci-fi or grunge game. I actually like this one. And you do that. This is for the main messages. You can do the same thing with the status. Will be the status layout. And what was the frame? It was that one, wasn't it? And then the corner was the same. So obviously this would be where the menu goes, and this would be gold, and then the main status window. For the battle, we can do the same thing really quick. The advantage is actually you can have a different one each time. So perhaps for the battle, we could have something something like that. It's bloody. There you go. And then for the background, I don't know, red. How about that? And then for the other things like options and any other sort of configuration windows that you have, you could stick with the same theme, change it, and then have a different corner again, like that. So that's sort of cooly. So when you're done with this, you can have a set of different different windows for different things. You save it and then select the folder of your game. Export successful. So where they will be, I think they'll be under system. So I'm going to copy that. And here they will be. Kind of like looks like a normal window skin, but with the additional of the frames. That's how it's laid out. And so now that these are created, if you just leave it at this and play test it, it won't work. Of course it won't work, because it's just created the images. He doesn't know how to use them, so it'll be the default. Someone in the comments there, I think, said pretty much the same thing and was rather disgruntled. But the simple thing is, you need to add the plugin in the plugin manager called Alt Window Frame, which is pretty much and here's another typo that I didn't notice. Window Flame. Well, a little triviality. Anyway, this would be under the plugins, and then once that is turned on, when we play test it, it should now display. It's the options and things like that. A new game. And all of these would be easily customizable. So now, as I mentioned before, it's also possible to customize the images. Now I did one, I created one earlier. I'll go into that. This was kind of like an experiment for the Gladiator program, but I think it needs a bit of tweaking just to make it like more fluid. And of course you can change each one of these parts, like have a sort of darker background. And this is the cool thing about this, is you are essentially creating a window skin with an extra layer for the corners. And it's exactly the same principle, so that when it comes to it, the little Alt Window Frame plugin will extrapolate all of the information and split it into its component parts, so that then it can be reconstructed as you see here, which is really cool. So if we have something like where was it? Did I saw something here. There. That looks a bit better. Anyway, so when you have created your window skin with the extra part, it would be under Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, RPG Maker, and then it would be Tool with MADO, Parts, and finally Image. So here it would be, this is the little window skin that I had created. Yeah, I can see where it would need a little bit of tweaking. This is just too thick. Anyway, you would save it as normal in PNG format, changing the ID, and then create a thumbnail for it, as I have done here. Just a simple corner will do. So now, in order to get RPG Maker to recognize it and put it in the tool, we need to go into the there's a JSON file in parts which would look like this, and under categories you can add the number of your newly created window skin, like that, so that the next time you open your project, and you need to do this each time for it to refresh, this is when it will actually show up properly in all of these options. You can even, incidentally, you can even have your own category. So let's set the category to, I don't know, Roma, because that is that's what it's going to be falling under. An ID would be 051, and finally need to end at a comma there, otherwise it'll throw up an error. So once again, opening up the project, you should have another category called Roma, like so. You can modify it to your liking. Then when you go to save it, you can have it congruous throughout. Now in the options, pretty much the standard. You can set the transparent color to whatever you like. That's this bit here, and you can change the themes. I like the dark theme, which is the same one that I got with RPG Maker. And that brings this video to an end. Nice little showcase for a nice little tool. I really like this one. It's very, very useful. And of course, if you know about graphics editing, then you can actually create your own and have multiple themes throughout. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one, and give it a thumbs up as well. I appreciate each one, and comment if you have suggestions for future videos, showcases, tutorials, or even if you just want to say hello. I'll reply as soon as I can. I do try to reply to each comment, even if it's a simple like, to acknowledge I've read it, but sometimes I just don't have the time to really sit down and go through for a proper response, although I do try. Anyway, You can also visit my Twitter and Facebook accounts, both of which sometimes have unique content I don't post anywhere else. Everything is RPG Maker or Smile Game Builder related. You can visit both the sites. Unfortunately, I don't really keep the blogs uber up to date, but every so often I'll go in there and I'll just retro update everything when I have some time. Anyway, that's it for another video. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.